Dr. Christina here with Enlightened Wellness Solutions. I am a pharmacist, health coach, hypnotherapist, and today I'm going to help you figure out the 5 foods that are sabotaging your nutrition efforts. So I hear so many people coming to me saying, I don't know why I'm not losing weight, I eat healthy, and nothing changes. So how do you know what are the foods that are sabotaging you? A lot of the people that I have coached over the past 6 years don't realize how they're sabotaging themselves. So they might be eating chicken wings and thinking, well, it's just straight protein. Yeah, but there's a lot of fat in those chicken wings as well. And when people start to really log their food and track their macronutrients, that's when they start to see, wow, I'm eating so much fat or not eating enough protein, whatever that might be. It's really important to have someone to guide you so that you are aware of the ways that you might be sabotaging yourself or holding yourself back. So today I have 5 food groups or 5 foods that are actually sabotaging your efforts right now. And I'm sorry to say they might be some of your favorite foods, but keep in mind everything in moderation. So if you want to have trail mix once a week, that's fine. So here we go for the 5 foods. So number 1, granola. So obviously granola has a lot of sugar, a lot of fat. It's easy to just grab a handful and say, oh yeah, I had a handful of it. Well, how much does that really translate to? Especially if something has a lot of fat, you want to be measuring that. So whether it's peanut butter or granola or trail mix, you really have to be measuring those things because they're very calorie dense. Fat is, out of the 3 macronutrients, is the most calorie dense. So there's 9 calories per gram versus 4 calories per gram for protein and carbs. So with anything like granola, do not just take your hand and say, oh, I'm having a healthy breakfast, throw some in there and not measure it. When you do that, you are thinking that you're eating healthy, and in moderation, it can be a good snack to have. But if you are just not even logging it, not realizing how much you're actually consuming, that's where you get into trouble. I'm going to be reading some of my notes here because I actually wrote an article on this. So 1 cup of granola packs 400 calories or more and up to 30 grams of sugar, which is insane. And we all know that we can't just stop at a quarter of a cup because granola is very tasty. I like it too. If you are going to choose granola, try to look for something with less sugar in it, maybe something that, is pre-packaged. I don't know if that even exists, but make sure that you are measuring those things out. Number 2, low-fat dressings. Be careful because you might be seeing pretty packages with all of these things that I'm mentioning, and it might look really nice and it says low fat and this and that, but you don't know until you turn that package over what's really in that package and what's in the ingredient list. So sugar, high fructose corn syrup, preservatives, there's a lot of crap in low-fat dressings. So I choose Bolthouse Farms. It's made from Greek yogurt, and the macronutrients are really good. So the protein, carb, and fat is really low, and it does taste really good. I know that they have ranch, blue cheese, there's an avocado ranch. So there's a lot of really good flavors that you can choose from. Bolthouse Farms, definitely one that I recommend. If you want to make your own salad dressing, that's cool too. Olive oil, balsamic vinegar. I just use balsamic vinegar on my salad. I'm really like the least pickiest eater you'll probably ever meet. You can also do a squeeze of lemon, fresh herbs. Google, do it yourself, make your own salad dressing, and you will find something great. Trust me. Just try to stay away from anything that says it's low fat. You turn it over and there's a lot of sugar in it. The way that you can know whether something has a concentration of it in the product is turn over the package, look at the ingredient list. One of the first 3 ingredients should not be sugar. So say the first ingredient is Greek yogurt, that's the most concentrated ingredient in that package. And then it goes in descending order from there. So keep an eye on that. Don't get tricked by, low-fat dressings. Number 3, protein bars. This is a whole other video that I made on how to choose your protein bars according to your goals, according to, what you want to be getting out of the protein bar. Because some people are looking to stay lean. Some people are looking to build muscle and bulk up. So definitely check that video out too. And if you haven't already subscribed to this channel, please do, because I always put out new videos, new content, and I love the likes, shares, and subscribes, so thank you. So protein bars, there are so many. If you go to the grocery store and just look, or go into a GNC or a vitamin shop, then you will just be bombarded, and you'll probably just go for the one that sounds good. You know, there's so many different, like lemon meringue and Reese's peanut butter cup and all these different flavors. But if you really want to stick to your nutrition goals, you have to be mindful of what you're putting into your body. So watch out for really high fat bars. I would say stick to anything 8 grams or less. You want something that has protein. That's the whole point of a protein bar, right? So if you're grabbing something on the go, you want it to be high protein. So I would say at least 8 grams or more of protein, 8 to 10 grams. The fat, keep below 8 if you can. I know I eat the Luna protein bars, and those are really good. Again, not totally clean, but that's something that I choose as one of my fun foods. I do the 80-20 rule. So 80% clean foods, 20% fun food. I also recommend RX bars because they have minimally processed ingredients there. So if you turn over an RX bar, you'll see, you know, the basic formula: egg whites, almonds, cashews, dates, period. Anything that has less than 5 ingredients is not a processed food. So RX bars are great. You can find them in pretty much any, you know, Whole Foods, Giant Eagle, Stop and Shop, depending on, you know, where you are. And so I would definitely recommend the RX bars. They're really good. And there's a bunch of different flavors. There's, I mean, probably 20 of them if I could just pick off the top of my head. My favorite is the chocolate sea salt, so definitely try that one. Number 4, flavored products: oatmeal, yogurt. I remember my parents always used to buy those little packets of the Quaker oats, and it would come in like the multi-pack. So it would be the maple brown sugar, apples and cinnamon. And it, you know, as a kid, you're like, oh, this is good. This tastes good. Now I'm realizing how much sugar is in that. So what I recommend to people, if you're going to go for yogurt or if you're going for oatmeal, make it plain. And I know a lot of you are not going to want to hear that. Buy the plain version. So I buy the Faye, just plain, straight up Greek yogurt, 0% fat. And I will add in my own things. Like, yeah, I'll admit it. Sometimes I'll put chocolate chips in there, or I'll put berries, you know, blueberries, strawberries, raspberries. But you can have more flexibility when you just buy the plain item by itself. So whether it's Quaker oats or it's the Faye yogurt, and then just add things into it. If you want more flavor, what I do is I add in some cinnamon powder to my yogurt or to my oatmeal in the morning, and I'll add, you know, some protein powder just to give it some, you know, added protein punch. So definitely keep in mind, if you are going to buy those products with sugar in it, try not to make it a habit of eating that every day, because, you know, I think the recommended sugar content per day is like 50 grams. I think it's even less than that. And don't quote me on that. It must be even less. And I know that some of them, like I have here, the Quaker maple and brown sugar oatmeal has 12 grams of sugar. So you're already getting up to that daily limit. So yeah, definitely, you know, purchase the plain version, add in different things. Don't overload it, but, you know, add in some berries and things like that to kind of spruce it up. Number 5, bottled smoothies and juices. So this is really, you know, people are like, oh, I'm having a healthy green juice. Again, turn over that pretty package and you will see, for example, the Naked Mighty Mango smoothie has 57 grams of sugar. 57. That is insane. So even though you're drinking your calories and you might be thinking, oh, this is healthy, you know, I saw it in the store, it's green, has to be healthy. Not necessarily. So turn over the package, look at the first ingredient. If it's something like apple juice, then say hell no and put it back on the shelf. So make sure that you are paying attention to these labels, the nutrition labels of things, because the packaging can be very deceiving, and it's easy to consume extra sugar, calories, fat without even realizing it and thinking that you're eating healthy. So that's just a quick rundown of the top 5 that I can think of. But bottom line, don't be fooled by advertising health claims, nice packaging. I mean, we all know that things aren't always as good as they really seem. So definitely keep your eyes open and look at packages, read them. And I hope that this video was helpful. Definitely give me a like, subscribe, share with your network, and I will see you guys on the next video.